I'll adjust the camera, but I can't go so far. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to the Civic Center in Sumter, South Carolina for some skis at 4A championship basketball. We've had the 1A girls here at 4 o'clock, the 4A girls at 6 o'clock. Now we're getting ready for the 4A boys between Pinewood Prep and Heathwood Hall. We've got executive producer Arthur Sharp here. I'm Trip Boykin along with Rip Ripley, who's going to do our play-by-play tonight. Certainly enjoyed working with him tonight. Two big games so far. They were wonderful. The 1A girls, Wardlaw won in a close one, 43-39 over Richard Wynn. And just wrapping up here, First Baptist School girls win the 4A state championship over Northwood by a score of 64-60. So we expect another great one here. This one will be between Pinewood Prep and Heathwood Hall. I'm going to turn it over to Rip at this time. We're about to get started.
Absolutely. We're going to start lineups here, and kind of the big news of the day coming in is Heathwood Hall going to be without senior forward Henry Morris. Henry, we see on crutches there, fell the other night in the semifinal game, and I know that's going to be tough for him as he's just kind of been the heart and soul of this team the past few years and a big part of Coach Brian Benatar's rebuilding this program. But starting tonight for the Heathwood Hall Highlanders, you've got Keon McKinley, a junior guard, number 2, Deuce Claxton, a senior guard, number 10, Chip Ravenel, another senior guard, Xander Pertile, a senior forward, number 24, and sophomore, number 23, Hunter Collins, coming in to provide some more length. For Pinewood Prep, they're going to start, it looks like their usual crew. That's going to be a senior guard, number 3, Jaden Alexander. You've got number 14, Kai Parrish, this junior guard, but guard is he is 6'6", you see him right there, and rangy and athletic. Number 20, Jonathan Slauson, a senior guard. Slauson and Alexander, the two main seniors in this team, have been a big part of their success the past couple years. Number 23, Trey Green, one of the leaders for these Panthers, the junior guard that you see coming out of a second ago. And number 32, Trip Edson. Trip Edson anchors this team, the 6'8" big man in the middle, the junior forward for Pat Edson's Panthers. Pat Edson, the head coach, coming with a record of 27-6. The assistant coaches Tony Bulford, Brandon Slauson, and Ray Murray. Over for Heathwood Hall, Brian Benatar. Brian in his third year here with Heathwood Hall, coming in with a record of 21-7. His assistant coaching staff. Give me a few minutes here. We got Kenny Hasty, Rhodes Campbell, B.J. Holmes, James Melton, Nigel Vaughn, David Ford, and Jerome Dickerson. Quite the staff for Coach Benatar, rocking his baby blue suit with pink tie on the sideline there for the Highlanders.
I had the occasion to watch the Highlanders take on Lawrence Manning the other night, and that was a physical ball game.
Absolutely, and they really pride themselves defensively. Brian Benatar, bringing this Heathwood Hall program. Last appearance at state championship was 2012. Last state championship they won was in 2011. They have 6 total state titles, a few under Cy Stanwood, and 1 under Jeff Whalen. Coach Benatar started his career off at UGA, where he was a student manager in his time there, as Trip Edson trying to get busy early under the basket. And we see already the refs are kind of letting him get out and go here a little bit as they ball ahead here. And there's Kai Parrish with that long reach. He gets involved early. But Coach Benatar was a GA over at North Georgia, then was the director of basketball operations at UT Chattanooga before he took over as associate head coach at Fishburne Military, a post-grad school. Then he coached at Young Harris for a few years. There's Kai Parrish, and he gets going. He's tough to stop with a two-pointer there. He coached 8 years at the University of West Florida before taking over at Heathwood Hall 3 years ago. So he brings a very college style to the Highlanders team. Scouter, he's a guy who, with his staff, they're always a few games out, looking to scout and prepare their guys. He's got these seniors here with Claxton and Ravenel, Pertile, Morris. Ryan Feaster also will come off the bench some, but those guys have been with him the past 3 years, have been a big part of this growth back with the program into his style of basketball. Here comes Hunter Collins. A little heat check there, but Pertile inside, blocked by Edson, and that's what Edson does. He protects the rim.
Wide
Ball
open.
ahead to Trey Green, and he's going to score. Trey Green, an excellent scorer of the basketball for Pinewood Prep. But Trip Edson, Coach Pat Edson's grandson, is a tremendous protector in the paint. He had 8 blocks in the semifinal game against First Baptist. A great pass there. Hunter Collins really making his mark here as Xander Pertile gets the 2. But, Edson not always a scorer, but what he does defensively also allows their guards to be so aggressive on the perimeter because he's there protecting, averaging over 4 blocks per game, one of the state leaders in blocks as Slauson gets it to go. That's Jonathan Slauson, younger brother of the R.J. Slauson a few years ago, who graduated and went to play at Furman.
Gotcha.
Also went and played at the next level a little bit in the D-League. Ball kicked out. Deuce Claxton, one of the best three-point shooters in the state. And when he gets going, he's tough to spot. He's got range, and he can fill it up. He's one of the leading three-point shooters of all time at Heathwood Hall. Quite an honor when you look at some teams they've had there, hitting over 200 three-pointers over the course of his varsity career. Slauson inbounding. Collins on him. Throwing it up inside, right back to Slauson. There's Jaden Alexander, also can shoot from the outside, no good. There's Collins. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with this young man early as he's really making an impact all over the court. But the question is going to come is, what does that do to the depth of Heathwood Hall not having Morris today? Kick out to the perimeter. That was Chip Ravenel, no good. And if you thought the girls' game was fast-paced, you are in for a treat here in this boys' game. Kai Paris comes up with kind of the loose ball there, trying to go up, and we got a foul here that's going to be on the floor. It'll be under. That foul is going to be, I believe, on number 24. That's going to be Xander Pertile with his first foul of the game. Slauson with the inbound. Skip pass over to Alexander, bobbled it. Back up top to Slauson, deep three, no good. Rebound comes out to McKinley. Inside of Pertile, going at Edson early, and I think that's going to be part of their game plan. I wouldn't be surprised if them try to attack the young Edson early, try to get him in foul trouble and affect the defense that Pinewood Prep's able to play. Trey Green, one of the good scorers in this league, as he gets a pull up there. And he's fouled. That foul is on McKinley, his first of the game, as Trey Green goes to the line to shoot 2. We talked about the semifinal game of the night against Lawrence Manning, and when Morris went down, one of the young men we saw step up was DJ Scott. DJ Scott, the 8th grader, big body 8th grader, and Jackson Dickerson, son of Jerome Dickerson. He's been around Skeezer for a very long time. Jerome, also the father of Brianna, as well as her sisters, who've all played at Heathwood Hall and had great careers. Brianna now the athletic director and girls basketball coach at Heathwood Hall.
Pretty good DNA there. Absolutely.
Green hits the first but misses the second. There's Collins grabbing that board. Benator calls a play out. Coach Edson with a calmness about him on that sideline for Pinewood Prep. Inside to Pertile, out to Collins. Collins, quick catch and shoot, no good. Coach Edson told me today in our pregame conversation, he said his dream is if he could have a game where he just had him prepared so well, he'd have to call play the whole time. That'd be his dream, and he's certainly sitting there early as Pi Paris attacks inside, though, and that foul is going to be on number 10. So that's Chip Ravenel, his first of the game. But Coach Edson over there with his staff, with Tony Bolford, who's been with them forever, as well as Brandon Slauson and Ray Murray, guys that have been with him for quite a while there, and Tony Bolford and Ray Murray especially. Kai Paris hits his first.
Trains that one.
Coach Pat Edson, though, talk about a career as a coach. Coach Edson grew up, played at Tabernacle Christian up in Greenville.
Yep, heard of it, yeah.
Then went to Clearwater Christian College, scoring over 2,000 points in his career before going to the SCACS League to coach to begin. Him and Coach Glenn Rector of Wilson Hall have a very intertwined careers. They actually played against each other in college, as that shot was altered and a late whistle there. And that's something we've seen growing a little bit more here. That foul's going to be on number 14, Kai Paris. A lot of the officials that are doing college have what they call a delayed whistles. They try to allow some contact to go unless it alters the play. And so there, if he'd have made that shot, you probably don't get a call. But because he didn't, you get the foul call as Chip Ravenel hits his first. But, Coach Rector, played his ball in college. They played against each other. He went to Coach Edson coached at Easley Christian in the SCAX League. Coach Rector at Florence Christian at the time, who was in SCAX. They coached against each other for a while. He then went to Northside Christian in North Charleston, not the one in Lexington,
right,
but the SCAX smaller school down in North Charleston with a big bucket there by Trey Green. And he coached a couple big guys. Jason Scott, he said, was a big 6'9" guy that committed to Richmond while he was there. And then after a couple years in 1988, he went to take over as McKinley gets that bucket to go. He went to take over Pinewood Prep in 1988. Pinewood Prep didn't even have any seniors yet. They were still a growing school. And the head of school kind of said, hey, I want you to come over here and build this athletic program. He was the AD. As a tough shot there from Green. It's off the mark. And he has done that. He is in year 37. He's got over 980 career victories as a head coach. He's won. He's won 8 state championships. He won in 93 was his first. He did one in 96 and 98 with his son Chuck. Kai Paris with a deep 3 is off the mark. His son Chuck, who is Tripp's father, you'll see him in here today. I don't see him right now. I told you about that fun people watching. I see him down there in the corner. He's got his notepad out, always taking notes. Always taking notes. And for Tripp, Xander Pertile inside. He walks before he dribbled. Coach Edson won those 2 championships in 96 and 98. And then from 2006, 2010, they went on a 5-year-in-a-row stretch where they won state championships. And even before that, they were runners-up. So they were state champions in 96, 98. They were runners-up in 99, 2000, 2002, 2004, 2005, and then went on a 5-year streak in a row when they won 2006 to 2010. Tripp Edson kicks out to Alexander here on the perimeter. This is the first finals appearance since that 2010 state championship. Kick out to Trey Green off the mark. Paris gets the rebound. DJ Scott causes some chaos in there. Young 8th grader I mentioned earlier, but Trey Green, just an absolutely great athlete. 23, the junior for Pinewood Prep, averaging over 20 points a game. You see him there, get the ball, and we're coming down to Paris not able to score. But DJ Scott not able to wrangle the rebound. Slauson and Alexander, 2 seniors and floor leaders here for Pinewood Prep. Coach Edson was quick to point them out. They've been here for the last 3 years. They've been starting for all 3 years as guards for the Panthers. As Tripp, took that dribble. Around the horn, here's Alexander with the big 3 off the mark. Pinewood not quite able to connect on some of these threes. They keep the ball here as Ravenel not able to get that rebound. He talked about Alexander's speed, his quickness, his great leaping ability despite being a little undersized on the court. So he's only about 6 foot. But he's super athletic and able to really make a lot go defensively for them. Trey Green off the mark. Great box out there by the big DJ Scott under the basket.
It's kind of interesting because Edson's on his feet.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't going to sit for too long, I wouldn't imagine. Inside, Scott, he traveled. That's a good call there as he took that extra step before he dribbled. Coach Edson, we talked a little bit about, just the uniqueness of obviously getting to coach his son. He got to coach his daughter in volleyball, and they won a few state championships. He's a volleyball coach back when he was at Pinewood Prep as his daughter came through. And really kind of cool just to talk about his experience and the specialness of being at Pinewood for 37 years. And just the impact of being at one school.
Absolutely.
And as many of us do that are in education, going to school with your kids, going to, being able to coach them as they grow up. He talked about, one of his strongest suits he's always felt was his ability to connect with kids, and not only as a coach but as a player. He said even up until his 60s, he was out there playing with them.
Wow.
He'd get on the court and play with his guys. He said it's something that his son Chuck now doesn't coach with them, but he gets out and he said, I've passed that torch on to Chuck. He gets out there and still bangs around with the guys a little bit. Good move inside there by DJ Scott, but Edson able to corral it.
Here we go.
Up to Slauson. Slauson looking to attack.
Oh.
And the foul there on Deuce Claxton. It's going to be his first team fourth.
I've not seen Deuce get another 3 off since earlier.
Yeah, and that's something they're going to try to limit pretty well. Pinewood will in this game. Again, these teams have met already this season, with Heathwood Hall getting a 59-51 victory at the Wilson Hall Barron Classic early in December. As Slauson gets one to go there. Our score 12-11. Heathwood Hall with the early lead. Coach Benatar said that he feels a little bit when Morris held, they had 6 starters. He said, I lost some Kentucky teams in the past. Would always say that. He said they had this unique ability with the 6th man coming off the bench that really helped them be very competitive and have a rotation. That's where he felt that even though missing Morris tonight is going to be big for him, he had some other guys that were ready to step up a little bit. Big hedge there, but great pass out of the trap
the bucket.
From McKinley to DJ Scott under there for a 2. No shot at the buzzer.
Oh, wow.
And that was a fast-paced first
That
quarter.
was.
Not a lot of stoppages. And we've got a score of 14-11. Heathwood Hall leading after 1.
And we're going to take a short break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Championship Basketball on SkeezaTV.net.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
Pills, it's really easy to get.
It's scary.
I knew a guy who died of an overdose.
I took a pill from a friend. Stuff can kill you.
His kid died.
Mess them up. Laced with fentanyl.
He just took 1 pill.
I love my mom. I don't want her to worry.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools, so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed. Scan the QR code for these resources and more at dph.sc.gov. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
And we're back. We're in the middle of our 4A Boys State Championship from the Sumter Civic Center in Sumter, South Carolina, between Pinewood Prep and Heathwood Hall. Right now we've got Heathwood Hall with 14, Pinewood Prep with 11, starting the second quarter. Now back to Rip Ripley.
Yeah, and we said that break there kind of seems a little low scoring for how much action we've had. I mean, this has been a frenetic pace early. As you see the 2 8th graders there, Dickerson and Scott, as Collins, the step back
That's
3 is good.
Yeah,
Only
that's
a 2.
good.
Only a 2, the referee said. So they extend this lead to 16-11. Slauson bringing up the court on the wing to Paris. Paris back to Slauson. Slauson to Green. Green looking to attack the young 8th grader. But a good help there by DJ Scott. But again, the Highlanders not able to wrangle that rebound. And the ball goes back to Pinewood Prep. Again, look for these OB under actions to be important here. Kick it up top to Alexander. Alexander looking to create off the dribble. Steps out of bounds, though, as he's kind of forced out a little bit there on the baseline. And, you know, again, one of the storylines here is the bench. So Pinewood Prep doesn't go quite as deep. We actually haven't seen them make a sub yet here in the first quarter, whereas Heathwood Hall a little bit deeper. They've got 5 guys that average between 8 to 11 points during the season. And so they feel like they got a little more depth, and they'll play about 9 or 10 guys. DJ Scott working hard inside, trying to get it to him. They swing it around. Dickerson looking inside. Suter, back Dickerson, back DJ
inside.
Scott. Trip, walls up. DJ Scott a little bit off the mark as Green grabs the rebound. Ball advance to Paris. Ooh, he might have taken an extra step there. They wanted that, and Slauson not able to hold on to it as the ball goes out of bounds. Xander Pertile coming back in the game.
Pushing that tempo again.
For Heathwood. Dickerson brings up the court again. A very strong bloodline there with Dickerson. Is very smart, poised. One thing that we got a foul call inside as Pertile trying to create, but talking to Benatar about these 2 young men, DJ Scott and Dickerson, both play on pretty high-level AAU teams, and so they're just excited to get out there. They bring a great energy. That foul was on Edson. That's going to be his first, team first of the quarter. But, you know, he said he wasn't really worried. They both play a pretty high-level AAU, and they're used to this level of basketball a little bit. Benatar also talked about his coaching staff. I mentioned quite a few names at the top of the broadcast, but he said it's cool how everyone there has a connection to Heathwood Hall. Ooh, Portillo misses both, but Collins with the rebound. He's going to go right back at Edson. No, not able to get it, but Parrish gets the rebound. But he said all of his guys either have either as alumni, as Parrish gets all the way to the rim. You hate to see that for Coach Benatar. He doesn't love to see Parrish able to get out in transition and create there. But he said they're all either alumni or they're holdovers from Coach Whalen's staff from before, and just a tremendous coaching staff that really develops. As Lawson's known for that little back pick, back tap. Not able to catch his feet, though, on that transition pass up from Alexander.
Well, having so many people invested in the program is always going to be a benefit. They got the love for the program, and that'll pay dividends, no doubt.
Alexander, a multi-sport athlete, played on the state championship football team for Pinewood Prep. Edson to Slauson. Slauson off-bounds, no good. Paris with the big, what are we going to call there? We're going to call a charge on Paris.
Oh, how about that?
Coach Edson is not super pleased. Hands on the head.
No.
That's going to be Paris' second foul here in the second quarter with 5:58 left. And, kind of wonder if Edson's going to dip into that bench a little bit here, let him play. He's kind of giving a stare off right now on the officials as he tries to get their attention as he works them a little bit. McKinley brings it up, double high screen. They have a foul there from Slauson.
I thought the first quarter was pretty clean in terms of fouls. Now we're kind of getting to it, I guess.
A couple here late. These teams ramp up energy a little bit. Coach Edson has a seat. Probably to keep himself from saying something he don't want to right now. It's a couple quick fouls against the Panthers. Double high ball screen again. As McKinley. Little two screens. They're trying to jump that second screen hard. Deuce Claxton thought he was going to have a space to pull that there. Collins not afraid to shoot it. Show me. Dribbles and has a turnover. Trey Green coming the other way. He's going to pull up in transition. No good. Doesn't follow. Collins just a rebound. 16-13 with 5:22 left here. McKinley.
He's open. Covered him up quick.
We got to travel inside, and he just had a little bit of trouble with their bigs here with Petile and Scott getting called for some of those moves inside with some quick travels. Off to Slauson, getting downhill, going to the rim. He's not able to finish that. Good defense. And that's one thing I noticed against Lawrence Manning the other night, against a really good Lawrence Manning team. Heathwood's half-court defense is stout. They play great help side. They rotate really well. You look under the basket. Their help side is meeting you outside the paint. As they run a little Iverson action there. Up top, a little screen, the screener. Oh, good pass down low to Petile. Great pass by McKinley. As Petile gets the bucket. 18-13, Heathwood Hall.
Here comes.
Paris, short. We got a foul underneath.
On the inside, yep.
That's going to be on 11. That's Keon McKinley. It's his second, so on the box side. That's one thing that, Heathwood's trying to be physical and keep this athletic Pinewood team off the glass, and that's going to lead to some fouls under the bat, some off-ball fouls. Slauson to inbound. Backside, great job on McKinley reading Slauson as Bentar asked him to slow down. Whoa, 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 he says.
Yep. I'm still surprised the points are not higher.
It's just been, and that's what Heathwood's a great defensive team. They're showing that here against Pinewood Prep. McKinley trying to get downhill, back up to Claxton.
There he is.
No good.
How about
Trey
that?
Green with a rebound. Trey Green's been really active on the board today. Not normally known for his scoring primarily, but he's stepping up rebounding here. Alexander, kick out backside. Slauson, no good. Today with the rebound. Slauson gone a little cold here, unfortunately, for Pinewood Prep, as he's usually a pretty dynamic scorer for them on the season. Another timeout, Heathwood Hall.
All right, we're going to take another short break. You're watching Skeeza Championship Basketball on SkeezaTV.net. We'll be right back.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools. so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed. Scan the QR code for these resources and more at dph.sc.gov. Brought to you by the South Carolina.
All right, we're back. Thank you for joining us. This is 4A Skeeza Boys State Championship Basketball from the Sumter Civic Center in Sumter, South Carolina. We appreciate you joining us. This is just the first of 2 big days of championship basketball here in Sumter, so I appreciate you being here. If you need something to do tomorrow, come on over to Sumter and watch some great games. We'll tell you more about those at the halftime, as well as recap what we've seen so far here today. Everything got started about 4 o'clock today, and we'll tell you more about it at the half. But right now we're cleaning up a little bit of moisture on the floor. Pass it back over to Rip Ripley.
You know, one of the cool things is getting to see multiple teams stick around. I see Newberry Academy with Coach Scott Gardner.
Yep.
We'll see them 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. What a Cinderella run these guys have been on. And they came down a night early to come in and watch some good 4A basketball. Got a little shoot-around in earlier, and those guys enjoying this game. I see Coach Jeff Whalen. I mentioned him earlier with his wife Karen here to support the Highlanders. Coach Whalen was the coach when they won their last state championship back in 2011. Rebound out there, goes to Slauson. You know, Slauson, a little cold here lately, but he's averaging 11 points per game this year. And, you know, again, this starting 5 for Pinewood Prep is that fouls against number 5. That's Peyton Soder.
Yep.
But just starting 5 for them, you know, Slauson averaging 11, Paris averaging 18, Green 20, Alexander 10, Edson 10. I mean, all those guys able to score in bunches as we see a bucket there for Pinewood Prep, and Coach Edson just trying to get this team going a little bit, trying to go on that run that they're very capable of doing. McKinley working on Green down low. Green kind of a silent assassin, not a big talker. You got Slauson, number 20 on the perimeter. He'll let you know when he does something. Green's kind of a quiet guy. He's just a hard worker. I mean, he gets after, he rebounds, and really is the heartbeat of this group. Good extra pass there
sure
from Alexander inside to Edson, and Pinewood gets a couple baskets here as they start moving in a positive direction.
Back within 1.
You know, Trey Green, he's almost a 40% three-point shooter on the season. Number 23, as well as, you know, scoring all those. Oh, what a great block. And that's that athleticism from Paris there, as he's able to get up quickly to alter shots and just let his presence be known with his ability to fly around on the court. McKinley to inbound up top to Ravenel, back to McKinley, guarded by Paris. Paris working with those 2 fouls right now. Pinewood Prep still no subs. Working that starting 5 as Heathwood kind of rose some guys in and out of there. Not quite as much as normal, I would say, but they've had a few guys in and out. They got the starting 5 back in right now. It's Collins deep three. And Coach Benatar is not happy about that one. Loved the first 3 from the young man to hit it, but he's had a couple since then. And Coach Benatar's like, we want to run our stuff and do what we want to do. Heathwood Hall in their half-court man-to-man defense, which, again, they've been so impressive on this year. Paris trying to get to the rim, kicks it backside, but not before a foul on the pass, That foul's going to go to Chip Ravenel, his second. The OB under here as Slauson looks to inbound. Slauson, good play there.
No!
Paris misses. Trey Green gets a rebound. Backboard still shaking. Ball's all over. It's going to stay down this way, but Paris, what a great slip on the inbound play, just not able to finish.
It was fantastic. It was beautiful.
Ball up top to Alexander. Alexander looking to create. Kickbacks out to Slauson. Slauson, dribble handoff to Paris. Paris trying to get downhill, loses the ball a little bit. No walk. He lost the ball there. You got to have the ball to walk. It's one thing I always learned. You know, I officiated throughout my college career, and one of our official instructors always said you have to have the ball to travel.
Sure.
And so right there, you kind of lost it, spun the ground. The fans wanted to travel, but there was not there. That one, unfortunately,
that one might be,
was a travel as he took a couple extra steps there. And Pinewood Prep enjoying a 6-0 run right now.
Up by a point now, 1:17 left to go in the first half.
Coach Benatar trying to rely on his half-court defense to get a stop here, kind of work the refs a little bit, asking about the travel down here, and official explains, didn't quite have the ball, coach, that's why we didn't call it travel. Over to Green, Green looking to get downhill, and he gets the foul. Pinewood Prep very good at drawing contact, and they're really getting in That foul's going to be on number 10, Chip Ravenel. That's going to be his third of the game as young Jackson Dickerson gets ready to check in as an 8th grader.
Making some subs finally over there. Hayward Moore coming in.
Trey Green hits the first. Hayward Moore catching Harris for second here. Coach Edson says, hey, you're sitting on 2 fouls, buddy. You're doing a great job, but no need to get a third here.
Sure. With
1:07 left in the second. Got a 2-point lead. And Hayward Moore, a great young player, very good football player. Has really been a big part of their of the state championships they've won as a receiver. But he is out of the basketball court and no stranger to this court. Young Moore. His mom, Nancy Epps Moore, played for Lawrence Manning, and his uncle, Will Epps, who's been a coach in Skeezer for a long time. And Hayward's been in this building for many, many years as a young man. Coming through Lawrence Manning, and I'm sure he's excited to get a chance to play in a state championship game, getting some action out here. Is Coach Benatar is going to hold for one here. Not surprising with some of the foul trouble and kind of the run Pinewood's been on. Not a bad idea to kind of hold for one here. Coach Adson's letting her know what they want to do defensively, and both coaches here kind of chest matching. Alexander picks up a little bit of pressure on McKinley. Back to Pertile back to McKinley. McKinley with some pressure, looking like they're going to come a trap here. All court to Jackson Dickerson, not Jerome. Jerome got it. He's at eligibility. He can't catch the ball on the perimeter. That's his dad. McKinley has it with 15 seconds left. They're gonna run their play here. Alexander picking up. High ball screen. Edson gets downhill. Pass backside to Jackson Dickerson, but not able to connect. 6.7 seconds left on the clock. As young Jack Ripley gives me the 6'7" hand signal all the kids do these days. Very excitedly with the time left. Ball to Trey Green. Coming down 4, 3, 2. Pulls up from 3. No good. Short. And we go to halftime with our score. Pinewood Prep 20. Heathwood Hall 18.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in a little bit. And thank you for joining us tonight. You're watching Championship Basketball on SkeezaTV.net.
Finally. All right, you got me. So I'm not a real pimp, but I got stuff. Paint thinner here, sheetrock there, baby powder, maybe? Oh, that's? Well, you're a little looky-loo, but that's enough fentanyl to kill somebody. But look, no fentanyl over here. And hey, what you don't know can hurt you. Can't. Did I say can? Oh, jeez.
And we're back at the Sumter Civic Center in Sumter, South Carolina. We're having championship weekend for South Carolina Independent Schools, and today is Championship Friday. We began the day at 4 o'clock today with our 1A Girls State Championship. That was between Richard Wynn and Wardlaw Academy. That was a great ball game. Two schools that have seen each other multiple times throughout the season and played close ball games. This was no different. Wardlaw ended up prevailing 43-39. In that contest over Richard Wynn, another great contest. And then at 6 o'clock, it was the 4A girls. That was Northwood Academy versus First Baptist School. Another fantastic ball game, outstanding athleticism and great schools. Ultimately, First Baptist School prevailed by a score of 64-60. Great game to watch, and we've moved our way now to the 7:30 4A Boys Championship matchup between Pinewood Prep and Heathwood Hall. And you can see on your screen earlier where we are. We've got Pinewood Prep at 20 and Heathwood Hall at 18. And tomorrow, we've got another big day of basketball here in Sumter at the Civic Center, beginning as early as 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's going to be the 1A Boys State Championship. Newberry is playing in that versus Reagan Prep. Newberry came in earlier, did a shoot-around today, and they're enjoying watching the games this evening as well. At 1 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be the 2A girls, and that will be Cross versus Dorchester Academy. At 2:30, it'll be the 2A boys. That'll be Cathedral Academy versus Charleston Collegiate. And then at 5 o'clock, it'll be the 3A girls, and that will be Orangeburg Prep versus Florence Christian. All of these should be fantastic games. And the nightcap will be a 6:30 matchup for the 3A boys for the state championship between Spartanburg Christian and Greenwood Christian School. So a great weekend of basketball. Big thanks to all the folks at South Carolina Independent Schools, to Robbie Brzezinski, Mike Fanning. Big thanks to David Arwood, who's doing the announcing here at the Civic Center, and all the folks on staff that are making this evening, this whole day and whole weekend possible. It's a great experience for the schools and for the students who've worked so hard to be here and be a part of this. So we congratulate all the other schools, too, who maybe are not here today but played tremendously throughout the semis and throughout the seasons. Congratulations on great seasons for all of them, and I know they look forward and look ahead to next year as well. Likely to see them here as we move forward. Big thank you to Arthur Sharp, who's our executive producer, making all this possible tonight. We had a bit of a mishap between the 1A game and the 4A girls game. We had something happen with our broadcast table. We call it flipping the table, but it's not as violent as it sounds. But we had the table completely crash, and we had to put this thing back together in record time. That may have been something that needed to be filmed in and of itself.
There you go. I tell you what, that was startling, shocking, and all the years it's never done that. But I don't know. There was an earthquake.
It was.
We've had a couple in South Carolina.
And you see a spaghetti mess of equipment and cables. Remarkably, in that big giant crash, which how'd the stock market do today? I didn't look. It was not starting off well, but it was tough.
The stock market did that today?
Yeah, it was a tough start. That's all I remember.
I didn't have time.
Yeah, I didn't get a check after about 11 o'clock. So, in any event, the big crash here of the table, if you looked at all the explosion of equipment down just below us,
Lord have mercy.
You'd find it remarkable that we only had one small cable damaged.
And it bent, and that was it.
Otherwise, we were back up in time for the game.
Yes.
So we were talking about how long the game ran before, but what a blessing, I guess, because what we had to do was we had to put the whole broadcast studio, so to speak, back together. But it's been
it took us forever to begin with.
I thought it took us 2.5 hours to build this. There's no way we repair it in 5, but we did. Great team of people for sure. But anyway, we're here at the Sumter Civic Center, and tomorrow is another great day of basketball. So if you're out and about tomorrow, you need something to do, come on over to Sumter and let's watch some basketball here at the Sumter Civic Center. Again, 11 a.m. is the 1A boys, 1 p.m. is going to be the 2A girls, 2:30 is the 2A boys, 5 p.m. is the 3A girls, and 6 p.m. is the 3A boys. And I think they're pretty cool. Reverend Sharp, we're kind of a little different because we're on the broadcast team, but if you want to just come on in here early, pay your way in, you can sit and spend your whole day here.
It's a great price when you come and you spend your whole day and
get your money's worth.
It's much better than watch it on TV. But if you got to watch it on TV because you can't get away, or maybe you're out of town a long ways off, we have military folks who watch around the world. Gotten some messages from folks. You can download the Boxcast app. That's your TV app, and then you're going to tune to channel SCISA, Skiza TV, and you can watch it on the biggest screen in your house on your Roku, your Apple TV 4 or better. And I even have a browser on my TV, and I just go to skizatv.net, and it works just great. You can also find it on your web browser, your mobile phone, all that good stuff. Just go to skizatv.net. We're glad that you're here with us, and don't forget to support our sponsors. And a big shout out to Derek Scott and his great team who helps us put all this together. Thank you very much for your good work and good efforts. And, of course, thanks to Mr. Robbie Brzezinski and Mr. Mike Fanning.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break.
That's
Thank
right.
some of these sponsors and be right back. But, again, if you need something to do tomorrow, come on over to Sumter. There's no other atmosphere like this atmosphere. We'll be back right after this.
Finally. All right, you got me. So I'm not a real pill, but I got stuff. Paint thinner here, sheetrock there, baby powder, maybe? Oh, that's? Well, you're a little looky-loo, but that's enough fentanyl to kill somebody. But look, no fentanyl over here. And hey, what you don't know can hurt you. Can't. Did I say can? Oh, jeez.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
Pills? It's really easy to get.
It's scary. I knew a guy who died of an overdose. He took a pill from a friend. Stuff can kill you. His kid died.
Mess them up. Waste the fentanyl.
He just took one pill.
I love my mom. I don't want her to worry.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools so you can feel balanced.
And we're back here at the Sumner Civic Center for championship weekend of the South Carolina Independent Schools Association. I'm here with Arthur Sharp, executive producer, and also Rip Ripley. Glad to have him here doing the play-by-play tonight. Rip, we've got a guest.
We've got another guest with us. This is Athletic Director Tay Hanna from Pinewood Prep. Coach, appreciate you joining us. Hey, Coach, because y'all know you're a coach first. You always were a coach coming in. But talk to me a little bit just about your journey and kind of how you got to Pinewood Prep.
Well, it's just been a journey, just putting in the hard work, just always showing, even as a coach, as an athlete, everything, that I'm willing to do the work that everybody has to do.
Yeah.
So when you show people that you're willing to work and get your hands dirty, then they're willing to follow. The same thing like building the basketball program.
Yep.
As a head coach, I used to clean the floors, do everything. They're like, why are you doing that? Because I like things done a certain way.
Right.
So, yes, sir.
And where were you at before Pinewood Prep?
So at Pinewood Prep, I was at Woodland for 4 years.
Okay.
Before that, I was at Cane Bay for 3 years. Before that, I was on the Phil and Simmons side.
There you
so
go.
I've been around Charleston.
Yeah.
So my wife brought me to Charleston. I'm not originally from Charleston.
Okay.
Stayed in Columbia for 14 years. Got my journey off there.
Yeah.
Kind of came into the calling of teaching.
Yeah.
Math is something that just came easy to me, and it was a calling, not something I wanted to do, but I was real good, and I was able to relate to the kids and get through to them and actually get them to try. Where a lot of teachers ran away from the EOC classes, I ran to it. Right?
Okay.
So, yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We appreciate it. And, obviously taking over at Pinewood Prep, a school that's got a storied history, getting to coach with guys like Pat and having some successes both in basketball and football. The past few years, defending time state champions. Seeing your school grow. I mean, you're going back up to 4A in football next year. What's the environment been like, and what's it been like being a part of that journey?
It's been amazing, to be honest. Just the overall understanding of them believing in me and understanding that I brought a certain thing to the table, and they wanted that, and they liked that. So for them to trust me with something that's as storied as Pinewood, it's just amazing. Being a part of the first state championship on the coaching staff was amazing, and then to just take it off and keep growing this year, it was just a blessing in disguise, to be honest.
There goes Kai Parrish. That kid is athletic as all get out, man. He gets up and gets going. His length and this Pinewood Prep team this year. Got to talk to Coach Edson today for a while, and I've always appreciated my relationship with him. I played against him. Didn't like him too much when I was a high school player at Porter-Gaud playing against him, but he and I over the past few years, he coached volleyball and basketball for a long time, which I do as well. Been at Pinewood Prep for 37 years. But one of the things about this team that he just loved was their length, their versatility, and their athleticism. Obviously, big steal there by Pertile.
No kidding.
As he gets a bucket off of Tripp, and Tripp wants that one back big time. But having guys like Edson and Trey and Trey Green, that athleticism on him, he's kind of a silent killer. He just kind of moves. But then you look at him, he's got 15 points, or he's got 10. He's been a rebounding machine tonight. For them, and he's just excited about that. Talk a little about just getting to watch these guys grow a little bit over the past 2 years and get back to this point of being able to be a championship contending team.
So we have a battle-tested team. Anybody that's seen us play understand that this is the starting five from last year.
Yep.
I've known a lot of these kids for all their life, to be honest. I coached Jonathan Slauson in AAU.
Yeah.
Trey Green played for me for AAU last year. to be honest, I played him at the 5AU because I told him I wanted him to be able to rebound with the best of them.
Yeah.
So, again, to see his growth, and I know him since 7th grade, to see him grow and understand that any time he can get a bucket, this is a very special team. They just got to continue to stay together, continue to fight, and I think anything they want, they can do.
That's going to be a foul there on number 11. That's Keon McKinley. That's his third. You know, and you said it as we sat down at halftime, you know, up 2 points going into the half. Been a little bit of a sluggish, kind of a slug fest, if you want to call it, really, in the first half. But, you know, Pinewood, hey, you're in this game. Yeah, we didn't shoot the ball great first half, and we're still up 2 points going into the third. You know, curious to see how their ability to play together and their I don't know, their camaraderie comes into play in this second half.
Yes, it's all about responding. All you can ask for is to be in the game. Again, we've missed a handful of free throws, maybe 5 or 6, some easy baskets. We all know watching us all year that we can get on a roll any time and start scoring. But being in the game, keeping your composure and understand, staying together. Don't start pointing fingers. Just understand we got here together and we're going to get out of this together.
That's
so
right.
I think we'll be fine. I think they just have to take a breath and then continue to play.
That's right.
Heathwood, I can't say enough about them. Very high IQ team. You know they were going to come in, they were going to have a game plan, they were going to execute that game plan. So we understood this was going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Coach Benatar, still kind of new to Skeeza, been here for 3 years, but I mean, he made a run last year in the playoffs, made the Final Four, and then both of y'all really kind of brought a lot of your team back into this year. And really early season, we're kind of 2 of the favorites to get here, so it's kind of cool to see y'all match off this game. Well, Coach, I'm gonna let you get back to work. And you said you didn't like to talk to you. You did a great job there. Don't sell yourself short, man. That was awesome. You did a great job. Appreciate you coming and joining us in the broadcast here. And we'll let you get back to work. And they're controlling these rowdy students down there a little bit.
Hey, you know, hey, I appreciate y'all inviting me here.
Rip's gonna send you a check soon for your time.
Oh yeah. I'll give you.
It'll be made out from him personally.
I'll give you twice what I made for doing this. All right, so we'll be good.
He said 20% what he's making.
Hey, I appreciate it. I need it.
That's right.
Have a
good for you to be with us, man.
Bye.
There we go. That was 2. .5:11 to go here in the third period. 24-20. Heathwood Hall up right now.
We got a foul inside there. That's going to be, I think, on Pertile. That's going to be his third. So Heathwood Hall with 3 of their starters, Keon McKinley, Chip Ravenel, and Xander Pertile, all with 3 fouls here. We see the big man, the big 8th grader, TJ Scott, coming back in as he's going to have to really give some good minutes here against Trip Edson. Edson hits the first free throw of 2 to cut this back to a 1-point game. And, you know, with a lower scoring game like this, every possession matters a little bit. And as you get deeper in the game, it's going to be interesting to see how these 2 coaches kind of dial up some plays to try to get some buckets.
And points have been so hard to come by during this matchup.
Another good free throw there by the 6'8 junior. He missed it. He was supposed to be running the trap right there, and he kind of turned there. But, good job by Trey Green. But the ball stays with Heathwood, and Coach Benatar telling the young Dickerson, Jackson, 8th grader again, you know, he's got some guys that are having to grow up a little bit here. You got Collins, the sophomore, starting tonight. You got Scott and Dickerson, 2 8th graders in right now. As Alexander's all over him. Trying to pick that pocket, and does. Ball on the ground. It's going to be
what a battle that was.
A foul on number 20, Dickerson. So loose ball, getting after it right there.
Wow.
It's going to be Pinewood prep ball. Is trying to see, like Coach Hanna said, they're trying to find that spark, that roll that they're trying to get on here. Up action there. Kai Parrish looking to get the basket. Good move and a blocking call. Coach Benatar is not very happy there. That foul's going to be on Hunter Collins, his first, and he wants him to travel there. And I'll be honest, I thought that was not a travel. He established pivot foot. He picked up his pivot foot, which is allowed. You just can't put the pivot foot back down. And so he made the move. He came in 2 spots. He made that spin. It looked awkward because of the way he spun.
Sure.
But it didn't seem to put that second foot back down, which made it a legal move.
And there's a lot going on there. There are 2 men all over him, so.
Paris steps in to shoot the first of 2 shots here for Pinewood Prep. 4:33 remaining in the third quarter. Again, another great crowd here for a Friday night basketball game. Paris makes the first one. But got a good bit of the Charleston crowd stuck around from that girls' game from First Baptist Northwood, staying in the house to watch this boys 4A state championship game.
And of course, they've got their trophy presentation after this as well.
Correct. Paris makes the second. Turnover. That's what Pine was looking to do, speed him up. They run that little 1-2-1-1 diamond press. That one he did walk. He switched pivot feet there, so he kind of established the left foot, jab, jab, and he picked that left foot up. Got called for the travel there. Always fun for me. I always look around to see which coaches are in the house on a night like this. I see on the baseline down there, kind of in the coaches section, I see Patrick and Ryan Anderson coming off a great season. Another deflection there by Edson. What a steal. And ball ahead to Paris. Makes the extra pass, and Trey Green gets the bucket. But the Swamp Cats with the Anderson boys, we had a timeout here for Heathwood Hall. But LMA with a great season. Young Patrick Anderson in his second year as the head coach of that program. They had a great season. I see Coach Morgan Watt, the AD at LMA on there. Eddie Talley, longtime coach at Wilson Hall. Won a few state championships here in this building as well.
A lot of generations over there for sure looking at that. That's something. The Anderson brothers, I remember years ago, in fact, I sent Patrick a message before the semifinal game. It popped up on my social media, the memory of them winning the state championship back some 12, 14 years ago.
2012, that's right. They won that state championship in 2012.
And it was interesting because the senior trip was right after that. And I walked up to him. I was doing public relations at the time. I was filming. I said, "You just won the state championship. What are you going to do?" He said, "We're going to New York City." We actually took the trophy to New York with us, and we actually ended up almost losing it.
Oh, no.
So it's quite the story behind those moments.
That's really funny.
But we were hoping to get to here tonight, but that's just not in the cards.
That's right.
A great effort by a lot of these teams, including them as well.
Oh, for sure.
Think the world of those boys.
Yeah, look across the way. I see some young coaches in the house, some learners. TJ Green, the head coach at Thomas Sumter, a young coach that is learners, but he has been very active. It's always fun to see the coaches that come out to these games and just watch and learn and want to become better. And I applaud those coaches as well as they're here tonight.
Got some wonderful coaches coming through and nice little generational folks as well coming in.
Pass cross court. There's Deuce Claxton. He's been pretty quiet since that early three. His only bucket of the game. Pertile inside, kick out, three-pointer, no good. Claxton with a rebound. Guarded by Alexander up top to Collins. Collins with a deep three, no good. Pairs the rebound, gets it to Green. Green guarded by McKinley, trying to get downhill and does, and gets the bucket.
Point.
There's that athleticism from Trey Green as he creates.
28-24.
Gets a bucket. Another unique thing here at the state weekend is the officials. Turnover there as Class K crowd, but the officials come in and do games throughout the weekend, and typically the way they've grown this league, you've got guys that do one game apiece. Typically they stick around and watch each other, support each other. I see there's a little group down front here with a bunch of the officials together sitting. I heard one of the fans earlier, you gotta be careful who you criticize out there because there's some officials listening, and a travel there by young Edson.
It's definitely a family.
Part of that Skeeza family, absolutely.
Spent a whole season together, competing and cheering each other on.
1-2-1-1 press here. Collins with the ball. Tripp trying to get the steal. Collins, ball's still loose. Ball's loose again. Able to pick it up. Ball's loose again. We got a foul on number 3.
Wow.
Hang on.
There's a lot of traffic over there.
Foul on Alexander, so that's going to be his first. So official said he grabbed him on the arm there, I guess. Kinley brings up the ball. Get backside. There's Alexander. That was going to be tipped off. Ooh, I thought that one. The referee's going to talk on that one. I thought that one may have gone off of Ravenel. That's what they're going to do. They're going to change that call right here. Good job of the officials there. Again, I always applaud that. Not putting ego first, willing to get together and make the right call.
They set that one up. I watched that happen.
Oh, but gets it right back. We're going to have a jump ball. Good call. That arrow favors Heathwood Hall. So good job on McKinley getting it right back. Little big 1-3-1 here from Pinewood Prep with Edson up top.
Look at the pressure.
Ball's loose. Ball's on the ground. We got a foul here. We're going to come together and talk. Again, good job of the officials talking. We got timeout, Heathwood Hall.
Okay.
So Heathwood Hall timeout.
Give us a chance to take another break. We'll be back with more championship basketball right after this.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
Pills? It's really easy to get.
It's scary. I knew a guy who died of an overdose. He took a pill from a friend. Stuff can kill you. His kid died.
Mess them up. Laced with fentanyl.
He just took one pill.
I love my mom. I don't want her to worry.
Ready to quit nicotine?
All right, we're back. Championship basketball here at the Sumter Civic Center for South Carolina Independent Schools Association. Thank you for being with us tonight. We've got a great one here this evening in the 4A Boys State Championship, and we're back to it.
See a little 2-3 jump trap there. Ball gets to Bertile inside to Collins, who makes the bucket. So breaking that trap out of the timeout. Collins racks up his 7th point there. 28-26 ball game. Pinewood with the lead. You know, talking about coaches again. I have the pleasure, obviously, of being in town here. So we got, you know, a couple of my Trip Edson for 3. The big man.
Look at that.
The big man with the bucket. But you know, my assistants get to come to a lot of the games too. All right. And so you know, Coach Neil Morrison, one of my assistants, doing the clock here. My guy, Coach Abe Ludd, here in the crowd. I see him take a little break from his real estate business to come watch some good basketball. He's texting me all throughout the game. I love it. Sloss up to Paris. Paris for 3.
There's
and
another
that's
one.
good.
Have mercy.
And there's that run that Coach Tehana was talking about. They can score and score quickly. Over to Ravenel. Ravenel back to McKinley. You know, Edson at the top of the big
pressure.
top with Edson and Paris. Over to Claxton.
Claxton, here goes.
Big
got one.
shot. That kid can shoot it. I think that might only be his 2nd shot of the game. If he gets a chance to shoot, he will. Slauson brings it up. Back it out to Paris. Paris looking, finds Slauson. Slauson trying to look for Green inside. Back to Paris, back to Alexander, kind of working on the perimeter. Got timeout, Pinewood Prep.
Here we go. We'll take another break. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching Skeeza Championship Basketball with SkeezaTV.net.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed. Scan the QR code for these resources and more at dph.sc.gov. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
And we're back. Skeeza Championship weekend. It's the Friday night edition. 4A men's basketball right now from the Sumter Civic Center.
Slauson bringing it up. Entry to Paris. Out of the horn set. Green with this turnaround.
Wow,
got it.
look at that.
The big thing about Edson hitting that 3 earlier is it now makes Bertile have to come away from the rim to guard him, which then opens up some more stuff inside. McKinley with the ball.
And Rip, I think this is the biggest lead of the evening in this game, isn't
7.
it?
Backside. Oh, good job.
almost had
Great
it.
job there by Soder on not allowing the tall Paris to get away from him right there. Bertile up top to McKinley. Nope, going to keep it himself. To Claxton for 3.
Again?
Bang.
Oh, yeah, he's hot
Bang. What a Mr. Official Jared Curry had to show the hops off at some point tonight. Come on now. 24 seconds left. Pinewood brings up the court. Slauson over to Paris. Back to Slauson. 15 seconds. Over to Edson. Edson looking to create. Back to Slauson.
Somebody's got to take
Green.
a shot.
Oh,
there it
there was
is.
a hammer there, but a great job getting the rim there by Green.
Finessed it in there.
Soder with the long three, not gonna get there. And our score through 3, Pinewood Prep 38, Heathwood Hall 32.
We'll take another short break. We'll be back with the 4th quarter of this championship game right after this. You're watching Skeeza Basketball on SkeezaTV.net.
Nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed. Scan the QR code for these resources and more at dph.sc.gov. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of Public Health.
Finally. All right, you got me. So I'm not a real pill, but I got stuff. Paint thinner here, sheetrock there, baby powder, maybe? Oh, that's? Well, you're a little looky-loo, but that's enough fentanyl to kill somebody. But look, no fentanyl over here. And hey, what you don't know can hurt you. Can't. Did I say can? Oh, jeez.
Hi, come on in.
Hi.
Okay, let's start by watching a short video.
Pills? It's really easy to get.
It's scary. I knew a guy who died of an overdose. He took a pill from a friend. Stuff can kill you. His kid died.
Mess them up. Waste the fentanyl.
He just took one pill.
I love my mom. I don't want her to worry.
All righty, we're back. 4th quarter.
4th quarter kicking off our score. Oh, a quick steal by Soder. He's going to get in transition and gets the bucket. That's number 5, Peyton Soder, with his first bucket of the game, 38-34. We got another special guest here. Got young Jack Ripley on the mic for a quick second.
We'll pull his mic up for a minute. Yeah.
That's right. Edson, in and out for Edson. So, Jack, tell me what you see tonight from these two teams.
Tight and full of runs.
Yeah.
What do you 14's doing pretty good this game for Pinewood Prep.
Pinewood Prep, yeah. Number 2 hitting some big shots for Heathwood Hall, right? Yeah. 2 good teams. Jack, talk about how cool it is to kind of get to grow up watching these games here at the Civic Center.
Yeah, I've been watching since a long time ago.
Yeah.
A lot of championships.
That's right. Good job. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight.
What's going to be incredible, Jack, is you're going to go home after this, and they're going to make a recording of this interview, and then they're going to play it back in about 5 years when your voice changes.
That's right, yeah.
And we won't know the difference between you and your dad's voice.
That's right. That's right. So I had to give him a little shout out. He came come and hang out with me tonight a little bit, and so Paris there gets the foul. That foul is on Keon McKinley, his 4th. First free throw is off the mark for Paris. That's been a difference. Coach Hanna talked about that at the half about, some of the struggles from the free throw line for Pinewood Prep, and would it play a factor late? We'll find out. Paris gets the second one. That's 13 on the game for him. And this 1-2-on-1 trap has been deadly. Ball ahead there.
From
3 from the corner, no good. Coach Benatar might have wanted the 2 there. He had the alley in. Alexander up top, entry pass to Green, double team for Pertile. In the middle to Edson, back out to Green. Great ball movement here from Pinewood Prep. Alexander for a deep 3, no good. Great box out down there by the sophomore Collins. Soder hand the rock up top to Claxton. Ooh, wanted to pull that one. Thought we might get a heat check there from Claxton. He's 3 for 3 from 3 right now. Inside to Pertile. Pertile working on Edson. A little right-handed baby hook. Good shot there by Pertile as he gets his 8th point of the game. 39-36, Pinewood Prep. Green looking to attack. Oh, what a great crafty move right there as he gets another bucket as he's got 16 now. Top to Claxton. Claxton over to Pertile. Thought about it, but he's going to work inside on Edson. Oh, little spin move, goes baseline.
Nothing doing.
Edson gets the rebound. Up Slauson. Slauson looking to push the pace. He's got Parrish backside. I knew he was going to go for it. A great block by Collins, but Slauson right back at him and gets the foul. I knew Parrish was going to try to go up and hammer that one. And if he'd have done it, this place would have come unglued. That student section down there for Pinewood would have gone ballistic. But great defense there to break it up. Great job by Collins to get back, or by Slauson rather, to get back in it. And attack Collins again to get his second foul of the game. And now Slauson goes to the line to shoot 2. First one is good.
Makes it a 6-point ball game with 5:30 to go in this championship series. Game, excuse me.
Not series.
Not series, not at all. This is it. This is the one.
Second shot, no good, but Parrish gets the rebound. Back to Slauson. Mid-range, no good. Parrish on the rebound. He's going up. Oh, no good. Foul there on Chip Ravenel, his 4th foul for Coach Benatar's Highlanders. So he's still got Pertile with 3, Ravenel and McKinley with 4 apiece.
So here comes some subs.
Green with the and 1 3. Big shot there by Trey Green. Basket's good. Foul number 5. That's Soder, his second. And that was a massive momentum changer.
It was.
Ryan Feaster checking in, the senior guard. Giving Ravenel a break here.
Going for some bonus bucket.
Green free throw is good.
10-point lead with 5:17 and ticking.
This is a dangerous trap for Soder. He's got to stay low. Good job there attacking the outside foot of Parrish. That's a great job by Peyton Soder, the sophomore guard there, attacking Parrish and getting a foul. But that's a scary spot. I mean,
it is.
Young Soder can't be standing more than 5'7", and he's sitting there looking at Kai Parrish at 6'6", and Trip Edson at 6'8" in a trap. That is terrifying. Tried to take on Edson there, and Edson able to get up and block that one. Soder throwing it in. Oh, Alexander time it up. Deuce Claxton. Oh, misses that one. That's his first 3 miss of the game. Quick ball ahead to Parrish. Parrish attacking Collins downhill and gets the and 1. Coach Benatar frustrated right now. I think he's trying to get a timeout to calm his guys down a little bit. So we're going to count the basket. That's a foul on Collins. That's going to be his third.
Timeout for Heathwood.
Yep.
We'll take a quick break, too. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Championship Basketball on SkeezaTV.net.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed.
All right, we're back. 4A state championship basketball game tonight from Sumter between Pinewood Prep and Heathwood Hall. That's what you've got right now. 4:58 to go here in the ball game. And it's Pinewood Prep up 48-36 over Heathwood Hall.
Yeah, big run here by Pinewood Prep as Parrish coming in to shoot the free throw here. Pinewood Prep getting back to set their defense. And, you know, for Coach Benatar right here, you got to wonder, you know, what he's got coming here. As I think Collins had to go, I think he was bleeding. They're wrapping up his knee there. Just get the blood off. He'll check back in a minute. But so Chip Ravenel checks back in for the Highlanders. And it's kind of one of those things where you've got to make a run right now. There's kind of no bad shots.
And he's okay on fouls?
Who's that?
Ravenel.
Ravenel's got 4.
Okay, gotcha.
So looking to create, gets in the middle. Ooh. Dickerson, that young 8th grader
Got
with a big three.
That's a three.
Three-pointer there, cuts it to 10 points. Edson up top, looking for somebody, takes a dribble. Green working on the younger Dickerson. Fadeaway jumper. That's a tough shot to defend. Tough shot to make as well. Kind of the shot you settle for right there if you're Benatar trying to make a run. If he makes a fadeaway jumper, that's a heck of a shot. You tip your hat. There's McKinley trying to get the rim, finds.
Going for three.
Backside, no good. Edson with the rebound. Good strong rebound there. Ball bobbled a little bit. Slauson advances up to Paris. Paris to Edson. Oh, yeah, the big man throws it down. You actually don't see that a lot from young Tripp. He doesn't get a ton of dunks inside. He's got a little finesse game to him. And a foul up top. I know Coach Adds doesn't like that one. Trey Green getting a little greedy, trying to reach there. He looked at the bench and said, my bad, Coach, my bad, I know.
He just doesn't strike me as the type that would do that.
Yeah.
But that's fired up the bench for sure.
That's
and
right.
The pep club went bananas.
51-39, 12-point game, 3:52 to go as Collins checks back in. McKinley takes a break. Again, McKinley on 4 fouls. Trap pressure here. They're going to get a foul call on Slauson, I believe. Let's see. Yep, on number 20, that's on Slauson. It's his second. Still got a foul to give before they're in the bonus. Young Dickerson handled himself well here against these two senior guards, Alexander and Slauson. Gives it Pertile. Pertile going to handle some. Gets over to Dickerson. Dickerson looking to make a move. Out to Pertile. Out to Claxton. Skips over Dickerson, looking to do something. Deep three there by the 8th grader.
There it is.
Another big shot.
Yep.
How about Dickerson providing a little spark here? We talked about his poise as an 8th grader. Those are 2 big threes for him coming off the bench late here. Hand off to Green. Green working middle. Pull up, mid-range, no good. Again, you kind of live with that if you're Heathwood here, but you don't live with the offensive rebound. Slauson gets a 3, no good. Green with a
rebound
big
and
rebound
2.
and put back. That's a tough sequence.
Yep.
We got
foul.
We have a foul. He was pointing to the timeline with the ball. We had a foul number 3. That's on Alexander, his second. Now both teams will be in the bonus for the remainder of the games. We got 2:55 remaining, 53-42 our score. Dickerson with the ball, getting downhill, attacking. Good kick to the corner. That's going to be a 3. No good. Oh, Collins
tried to
put
tip
back.
it in,
no
but no.
good. Pertile with the foul. That's going to be his 4th.
Wow.
That's going to put Edson in the line to shoot 2 free throws. It's one of those tough situations, but I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he was certainly fouling him under the basket on that rebound.
At this point, you're just trying to make something happen.
Absolutely. Oh, excuse the yawn. It's been a week.
It
Sorry
has
for the
been.
yawn.
Absolutely.
Definitely not for this game, though, because we got some excitement going here. Edson, first shot in and out. McKinley back in for the Highlanders. He's going to get Pertile, who just picked up his 4th foul. Let's get a little more shooting on the court here with some of these guards. Pertile makes his way to the sideline. Edson for the second shot here. It is good. And then to McKinley. McKinley pays up to Dickerson. Dickerson to Claxton. Claxton back to Dickerson. Looking to get downhill on Slauson, and he does. And a kind of whirly shot there. He's shooting 2 regardless. There's going to be a foul on Slauson. That's his 3rd. And again, whether he was shooting or not didn't matter there because they're the bonus. First free throw is good. Second.
Yeah,
rolls around the rim, it falls.
Had to think about it. Take a little journey first. Timeout called, and we'll do the same. We're in the final minutes of the 4A Championship Boys game. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Championship Basketball on skizatv.net.
Seed.
Finally. All right, you got me. So I'm not a real pimp, but I got stuff. Paint thinner here, sheetrock there, baby powder, maybe? Oh, that's? Well, you're a little looky-loo, but that's enough fentanyl to kill somebody. But look, no fentanyl over here. And hey, what you don't know can hurt you. Can't. Did I say can? Oh, jeez.
And we're back. 4A Championship Basketball, 2 minutes and 36 seconds of game time left for the Friday edition of Championship Weekend. A lot more to come your way tomorrow. Check your social media or the skiza.org for more details. Games begin at 11 tomorrow with the 1A boys and conclude with the 3A boys at 6:30 tomorrow evening. In between, you got the 2A girls, 2A boys, and 3A girls here at the Civic Center. So come out and watch some great basketball.
Paris at inbound, gets it Green, back to Paris, who can handle. That's one unique thing about this Pinewood Prep team, and really both teams here at this level. I mean, all the guys can handle. They can handle pressure. They can handle the basketball. Even trip there. Poise, takes a dribble. Oh, gets his hand in there. Dickerson. Still going to be Pinewood Prep ball. Slauson walks over to inbound. Goes into Edson, kind of nice, that 6'8" relief there. Edson back to Green. Green getting downhill, and no,
it doesn't go
out.
in.
Ball ahead of Claxton. Claxton back to Ravenel. Back to Claxton for three.
Nope.
Ravenel, no good. Edson reaches up and grabs it. Oh no! Hits Trey in the back. He's able to corral it, but not. I tell you, that Dickerson and a foul called there against Green, but that young Dickerson is all over the place. He has been an absolute spark for Coach Benatar here. The other night, in the semifinals, it was the 8th grader DJ Scott that had a huge impact on the game.
Yep.
Tonight, an 8th grader in Jackson Dickerson who has a big impact on the game.
He's got a big future in front of him.
First shot rims out. 54-44, 157 remaining. Second shot no good. Collins with a hustle rebound though. I've been really impressed with him tonight as he stepped up in a big moment. That ball's deflected. Deflected by Alexander, but Collins stepping into his starting role tonight. He's done a really good job. Quick play, McKinley, skip to Deuce. Deuce looking to try to get a shot. Oh, grabbed it and ends up shooting it.
I thought that was going to be there.
Ball ahead, good pass ahead there to Alexander.
There it is.
Get the bucket. Jade Alexander. That's Jade Alexander's first basket of the game, actually. McKinley to Claxton. Claxton over to Collins. Plus pass to Ravenel.
What's the call? What is it?
I think we had an inadvertent whistle. Inadvertent whistle is the call there.
Gotcha.
Kind of works out there for Heathwood a little bit because it was ball's going to be on the side, which is going to be a timeline out of bounds, side out of bounds. Dickerson back to McKinley, quick shot off the front rim, no good. Big rebound. I have not tracked rebounds tonight, but Trey Green, at least with 10 to 15 boards tonight, he's been an absolute monster down low. Slauson picks up his dribble, calls a timeout.
All right, we'll take another very short break as we get ready to wrap up this ball game. We'll see you back here in just a second. SkizaTV.net.
Ready to quit nicotine for good? Get trusted quit support from the South Carolina Tobacco Quit Line and LiveVapeFree.com. LiveVapeFree.com helps young people quit nicotine with free, confidential tools so you can feel balanced, less stressed, and more in control. Need extra quit support? Break free from nicotine with the support that's right for you. Get one-on-one coaching and free nicotine replacement products to help you succeed. Scan the QR code for these resources and more at dph.sc.gov. Brought to you by the South Carolina Department of
Finally. All right, you got me. So I'm not a real pill, but I got stuff. Paint thinner here, sheetrock there, baby powder, maybe? Oh, that's? Well, you're a little looky-loo, but that's enough fentanyl to kill somebody. But look, no fentanyl over here. And hey, what you don't know can hurt you. Can't. Did I say can? Oh, jeez.
All right, we're back.
Foul there on Dickerson as we come back. His second foul. Heads into the line. Shoot two. First is off the mark. Second is up, no good, but Paris with the big rebound. Oh, there's Dickerson again. I'm telling you, this kid is everywhere right now.
He is.
Oh, and he gets all the way to the paint, but he misses it.
No.
But he gets it back and gets a foul. This kid is like a Tasmanian devil out there. I mean, he's everywhere.
I think sometimes the engine can run a little hot.
Yeah. Coach Edson did not love that foul call there on grandson Tripp.
No. .7 remaining in this ball game.
First shot is up and good.
For the Skiza 4A Boys State Championship. It's been a great game so far. All evening's been full of great games.
Jonah Gardner checks in the game. Jonah Gardner, the younger brother of J.D. Gardner, a player from Heathwood Hall, very great three-point shooter. Went on to play at, I think it was Swanee for a few years. I expect young Joe to be a shooter as well. Hayward Moore checking back in as well for Pinewood Prep. That second free throw is good. Jackson Dickerson becomes the first Highlander to reach double figures tonight.
Oops.
We got a foul there on Claxton. Foul on Claxton, so we're going to shoot two.
Yep.
His second. Yeah, like I said, Jackson Dickerson come off the bench, scoring 10 points. He's their leading scorer right now for the Highlanders. Deuce Claxton with 9, Pertile with 8, Hunter Collins with 7. Over for Pinewood Prep, you've got Tripp Edson with 12. You've got Paris on the line here. He's got 16 right now, working on a couple extra, 17. And Trey Green with, I can do math quickly, 22.
Wow.
For the game right here, as Edson checks back in for more. A little presence there, I think, inside. Paris makes the second as well. Giving him 17, 18 on the game now. Dickerson brings it down. Swings it to Claxton. Claxton, the deep three is no good. Ball will go out of bounds. 37.7 left. Score is 58-46. A little offense defense here is Gardner and Feaster check in for the Highlanders. Inbound. Paris throws it in, cross court. Alexander catches it. In the court. Throws it to Paris. Paris gets it down to Green, and he's going to put an exclamation point on this one. Green with his incredible performance. Our score is 60-46 here. Dickerson trying to make a play, getting downhill, sees a backdoor. No. Collins for a deep three is no good. Feaster with a three. Got it.
Got it.
And a timeout for Heathwood Hall. So a three there by Feaster.
We'll hang right here because we're close. We're close.
12.5 left. 60-49 is our score.
Folks, don't forget tomorrow, another full day of basketball here at the Civic Center. So please come out and cheer these kids on, or at least tune in on skizatv.net and see some great basketball. Newberry versus Reagan Prep at 11. You got Cross Schools in Dorchester at 1. You've got Cathedral and Charleston Collegiate at 2:30. You've got Orangeburg Prep and Florence Christian at 5 o'clock, and 6:30 you've got Spartanburg Christian versus Greenwood Christian. Come on out, watch some great basketball. It's a great atmosphere. Be a part of it, for sure.
Absolutely, some good games. Great games tomorrow, and these teams worked all season to get this moment. And tomorrow will be a very action-packed day of basketball here at the Sumter County Civic Center.
5 big games tomorrow. Can't get a better deal than that.
Paris to inbound. Inbound to Slauson. Gardner going to foul.
Yep. $11 points.
$9.5 less as Slauson goes to the line. We're going to have a couple subs here coming in, looks like, for Pinewood. First one is no good for Slauson. Got number 10, KJ Robinson. Number 12, Graham Gilmore checking in the game as Alexander and Paris check out. Number 4, Caleb Fernandez, the freshman, checks in for Trey Green. And Trey Green, what a game tonight. Finishes the night 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 24 points.
That's a big night.
On the night for the junior guard. And Slauson better make this. Okay, because he had a sub trying to come in to get him. So 25, Tyler Harper, excuse me. The freshman guard comes in and out, and the senior, Slauson, exits the game. Jack Dickerson picks it up, tries to make a move. Good defense there by the young freshman. Out to Collins for three, no good.
Put back.
Tip in, almost good.
Oh, wow,
12.
almost worked.
There's Graham Gilmore getting the stat with a
That's
big
our ball
rebound.
game.
And our final score here, 61-49, Pinewood Prep. Congratulations to Coach Benatar and his staff. Just an incredible season by him. Their seniors with Deuce Claxton, Chip Ravenel, Henry Morris, again, not able to play tonight, but Xander Pertile and Ryan Feaster. Just a big senior class has been with him the last 3 years, and just one of the good young coaches in our league. And then you got Pat Edson on the other end, win number 980-something. He said he wasn't sure which one it was, where he was at, but back to the promised land, winning his 9th state championship tonight as the head coach at Pinewood Prep. This group's been with him for a couple years here, and I know he's excited to get this one tonight.
That's 2 big state championships so far this year.
Absolutely. As the Pinewood Prep fans, students go over to start with their fans. Great student section. We mentioned a great atmosphere tonight, and just shout out to these schools for coming and showing out a little bit as they have. Expecting a big day tomorrow, as again we have 5 championship games. We're looking forward to be here. We'll be here bright and early to bring you all the action.
Be here all day. I'm going to miss you guys tomorrow, but I'll be watching, so you guys have a great day. Got some business to do in Charleston. Of course, they'll be celebrating down in Charleston.
They will be celebrating in Charleston. Got a couple state championships a year helping usher back down there with it. We see the interview on the court here with Trey Green again. Just a great performance by the junior guard. That 24 points, and again, I don't have it had to be at least 10 to 15 rebounds. I mean, he was all over the place as a rebounder, and much deserved credit to him. See Coach Pat Edson over there talking with Mike Fanning, and again to him, I know this one was sweet. And
Dr. Seiden over there.
Coach Glenn Rector walking down.
Yep.
Again, talking about coaching the house. Again, their careers have been so intertwined over the years. Kind of cool moment there for Coach Rector to walk down and tell Pat congratulations. On the other side, you see Heathwood Hall, and that's kind of the tough parts of these moments. You see both sides of the game, right? You see the thrill of victory and then the agony of defeat.
Absolutely.
Nothing taken with these Heathwood Hall Highlanders. They've had just a tremendous year. I know this one's going to sting a little bit for Coach Benatar, but steps every year he's been there. 2 years ago, not making as far a run. Last year, making the run, deeper run, and this year making it all the way to the state finals. And just an incredible job by them over there.
It's clear that they're on their way up. really is.
These two teams, again, in multiple sports, saw Heathwood Hall also lose the state championship in football this year in 4A.
Yeah.
Pinewood Prep winning 2 in a row in football. So you see two just great athletic schools right now.
They are.
We'll see what they have in the spring season.
And we'll recognize the girls' teams and the boys' teams here in just a moment, along with the special recognitions from both games for 6 and 7:30. So that's coming up here in just a moment.
And here's David Arwood. We'll turn it over to David for the recognitions.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for joining us tonight on SkeezaTV.net. We're glad that you're here, and we look forward to your returning tomorrow morning. Be sure to like, share, post, tell all your friends and neighbors. Join us here in Sumter, South Carolina, and if they can't make it in person, SkeezaTV.net. Now, Dave Arwood.
Was excited to present the basketball championship game. Robert will lead the first basketball to Joel Curtis and then we get ready to start the basketball for the championship coach. The first snap is started to the first Sunday. And now representing the championship trophies first, with the Class 4A girls state runner-up, the Lady Sharkies and Hopefully Academy. And now it's time for the championship trophy presented by Johnson's, the official championship provider of the South Carolina Indian School Association. And Robert will give the championship trophy to the Lady Hurricanes of First Baptist Charlottesville. And as we do that, I'm here to represent the coach of the team. A commemorative medallion to celebrate their championship. Receiving medallions are number 20, Miranda Silvers, number 13, Harrison Nelson, number 12, Casey Weaver, number 10, Blair Acker, number 1, Emily Easterman, number 2, Randy Conrad, number 35, Eddie Lynch, number 33, Yard Braddock, number 40, Mitch Friat, number 24, Matthew Johnny, and number 11, and Coach will express the significant commitment, says Tanya Houston, Rosie Arts, and Yuki Wilson. Our players and officials for First Baptist Charleston will finish their season with 24 wins against 12 losses. And now it's time to hand out the all-tournament awards. Our first all-tournament representative for First Baptist Ryan Rowley. From Northwood Academy, Junior Davis.
Come back.
There's one here. All right, let's see the order of this flag. The first step is the Heathwood. And the referee Academy, Blue Birch. And I'm not adjourned. All of the messages of the first steps, lady Charlie. And the edition for 2036 offering to the Class 4A girls. And now we'll turn our attention to Class 4A boys. And the first move of basketball goes to Coach Rod Winford of the Heathwood Highlanders. And the second move of basketball goes to Pinewood Prep's coach, Anderson. And level to present the championship trophy to the Panthers Next championship trophy is intended to be by Boston. The officials of the official championship ring provider in South Carolina Youth Sports Association. Our national program begins with best academic providing each coach. Each coach will be with a team. That's number 5, Dante Pearson. Number 25, Tyler Hubbard. Number 7, K.J. Robinson. 4, Kevin Fernandez.